Caught him with my best friend, so I made a public spectacle. I was 28, living in Chicago, working in marketing, and engaged to the man I thought was my soulmate, Derek. We'd been together for 5 years. He was charming, successful, had that $1 million smile, and a laugh that could melt concrete. Everyone said we were the perfect couple. We even had a wedding Pinterest board together. Gross, I know. Enter my best friend, Kayla. We'd known each other since college. She was loud, hilarious, and brutally honest. Or so I thought. She had just broken up with some toxic situationship and needed a place to crash, so naturally, I let her stay with us for just a few weeks. Spoiler, she stayed for 3 months, and apparently that was long enough to stay in his bed too. At first I didn't notice anything weird. I trusted both of them. But then it started. Derek suddenly had new inside jokes with her. Kayla would dress like she was going to Coachella just to sit on the couch. I caught them whispering in the kitchen and laughing like teenagers. But when I'd ask, Derek would say, "Babe, you're being paranoid," and Kayla would call me jealous. Me? Jealous of my best friend? Ha! But then came the panties. One night I was doing laundry. I reached into the dryer and there they were, a pair of red lace panties. I don't own red lace panties. And unless Derek had a side I didn't know about, they weren't his. I marched up to Kayla, held them up like a crime scene detective, and said, "These yours?" She blinked. "Nope." I turned to Derek. He laughed and said, "Must have been stuck in the dryer from the laundromat." We don't go to a laundromat. We have in-unit laundry. My gut twisted like a snake. Now, I'm not the type to snoop, but when your fiancé starts gaslighting you and your best friend lies to your face, it activates detective mode. So I set a trap. Derek had an old iPad still synced to his messages. I borrowed it while he was asleep, went into the bathroom, locked the door, and started scrolling. And that's when I saw it. Not just texts. Videos. Pictures. Full-blown sexting threads between Derek and Kayla. They'd been sleeping together for months. In our bed, while I was at work. Sometimes while I was literally in the house. My hands were shaking. My heart was in my throat. But I didn't cry. No, I plotted. So I didn't confront them. Not yet. I started planting tiny seeds to make Derek think he was losing his mind. I moved his keys every morning. I changed his phone's ringtone to a creepy whispering voice saying, "I know what you did." I'd delete just one app a day from his phone and act like I hadn't touched it. I left notes on the bathroom mirror that said, "She knows." He thought it was Kayla playing a joke on him. He started getting paranoid. "Babe, do you hear whispers at night?" "No, Derek. That's just your conscience." "Kayla?" Oh, she was busy pretending nothing was wrong, but I knew her weak spot. Attention. So I turned it off. No girls' nights, no chats. I was cold, distant, and she hated it. That's when I planned the grand finale. We had an engagement party coming up. Friends, family, coworkers, everyone was invited. But guess who was also invited? A few unexpected guests. A printed photo collage of Derek and Kayla's texts, tastefully placed in the bathroom. An anonymous Dropbox link to videos they'd exchanged, emailed to everyone on the guest list. And my personal favorite, a surprise speech. As everyone toasted to forever love, I clinked my glass and said, "To Derek and Kayla, who have been very close lately, closer than I knew, but thanks to modern technology and terrible password choices, I now know everything. So here's to honesty and fresh starts." Then I dropped the mic, literally, and walked out. Kayla moved out that night. Derek blew up my phone for weeks. Apologies, excuses, begging. He even sent flowers to my mom. I didn't respond. I moved in with my cousin, took a solo trip to Italy, ate a gelato, flirted with Italian bartenders, and journaled like I was the main character in a Netflix movie. It's been a year. I'm in therapy. I'm thriving. And last I heard, Derek actually started therapy too. Because apparently, when your ex-fiancé exposes your affair in front of your grandma, it leaves a mark. Moral of the story, trust your gut. And never underestimate a woman with Wi-Fi, an iPad, and a broken heart. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, and if you've got a cheating story, drop it in the comments. Misery loves company, right?